Everyone. It's about 7:30 a.m. Wednesday, April the 5th, 2017, and this is DelrayVAweather.com. I want to this morning go over what some of the models are saying about tomorrow's potential for severe weather. And I tweeted out yesterday that the potential for severe weather had decreased a bit last night. And I do think that there is some indication that we could have at least strong thunderstorms tomorrow. And I want to go through what we're seeing here in the three major models from the American models. Okay, what you have see on the screen is the GFS 06Z, the latest run this morning. And this is a model sounding that is set, the latitude and longitude is set to exactly the Delray, Virginia, Delray neighborhood in Alexandria, Virginia. So we can focus in very closely on the potential for severe weather for our neighborhood. I should mention that it looks like from the models that the farther south you are from Alexandria, the greater the threat for severe weather and potential even tornadoes, particularly if you live in the Tidewater area of Virginia, certainly areas south of Richmond, all the way along the Virginia, North Carolina borders. Those are the areas that are most at threat for tornadic severe thunderstorms. Okay, what this sounding is showing is that at 11 a.m. tomorrow, it's showing a possible hazard of tornadoes in Alexandria. But this comes from a program called Sharpie. It's a program that takes the raw data from the models and converts it into a model sounding. And over the years, I've noticed that the hazard type is generally a little bit overstated. It usually is a little high in what it would consider to be the threat level or the type of threat. In this case, I think it is overstated. I think probably more like a strong potentially a severe thunderstorm at this time. But if we take a look at, let me see if we can come bring this up. Yeah. Okay, this is the from the GFS 6Z sounding through Buffkit for Washington Reagan National Airport, which is 3 miles north of Alexandria approximately. And if we move this around to approximately, look for the maximum cape. Okay, this is showing a maximum convective available potential energy at approximately noon tomorrow. And this would, from this sounding, it's showing no tornadic activity. The sweet level here is at 357. You really need 400 or above for it to suggest a tornado. It's in the severe thunderstorm area. And also the EHI is at 0, and you really need a elevated, at least above 1 in this indicator to suggest tornadic thunderstorms. So I would say that at least the GFS is saying severe thunderstorms approximately between 11 and noon tomorrow. But that's only the GFS. We need to take a look at some of what the other models are saying. So let's bring up the next model, which is it's now referred to as NAM-NEST. It's the high resolution North American model. It's down to, I believe it's 3-kilometer resolution. And this again is set for the Delray neighborhood, Alexandria area. And this is showing at, let's see, this is 1900. This is showing at 3 p.m., which, and 3 p.m. for NAM-NEST is the maximum threat potential. It's showing potential hazard of marginal severe. This may actually be a slightly understated on this run, but it again is suggested that somewhere around 3 p.m. We would get a marginal severe thunderstorm in the Alexandria area. Okay, so let's go back to the buff kit analysis, and we're going to do NAM nest. Get NAM nest up. Make sure we're set to the right run of NAM nest. Okay, and we're going to bring this up to where we see maximum CAPE. Let's see. Okay, this is the maximum CAPE that we're seeing. It's about 3 p.m. tomorrow. And again, that's consistent with what the previous sounding showed. Remember, this what you're seeing on the screen is for Reagan National Airport. The previous one was for the Delray neighborhood. We have a sweet index of 327. That's below tornadic, so definitely we're going to have it doesn't support any tornadoes. EHI is 0.42. That's less than 1. Again, that does not support tornadoes. But it does. All these figures do, in fact, support severe thunderstorms. So this is both the previous sounding and this sounding saying severe thunderstorms about 3 p.m. Tomorrow. Okay. So now we're going to come up to the last one. And this is the full resolution NAM. That's a 12 km resolution, 12 kilometer resolution. Okay, and this is set for 11 a.m., showing marginally severe thunderstorms at 11 a.m. for, again, the Delray neighborhood, Alexandria. Now let's go back to our buff kit analysis of Washington Reagan National Airport, 3 miles north of us. And we're going to move this around until we find, okay, this is, let me make sure we're on the right run. Sometimes this jumps to the previous run, so I need to double check. Yep. Okay, so this is the full resolution NAM, and it's showing the maximum CAPE substantially higher than any of the other models. It's saying over 1,000 CAPE, good amount of CAPE. It's showing EHI above 1, so that is an indicator of potential tornadic thunderstorms. And we have the sweet level of 362, which is below the necessary amount for tornadic thunderstorms. So NAM is saying that we have the potential for certainly a strong, severe thunderstorm, possibly tornadic, in the Reagan National Airport area. So what this basically is saying, because this is a bigger resolution for the analysis, so this really doesn't necessarily contradict the previous NAM sounding for the Delray neighborhood, but it's saying somewhere in the bigger area, 32 kilometers north or south, well, I guess it's probably more like 16 kilometers north or south of Washington Reagan National Airport. That's approximately 8 miles north or south of Washington Reagan National Airport. You could have a tornadic thunderstorm. So we're talking about the possibility for a tornado, probably a weak tornado, tomorrow is non-zero. It really is going to depend on where you are in the Northern Virginia area. Now, I know looking at some of the other indicators, the tornado index and the severe thunderstorm index, the further south you get, the more chance you have of a strong, severe, or tornadic thunderstorm. Generally, anything south of Fredericksburg has the potential of having a pretty bad severe thunderstorm. Along the highest potential is tomorrow is probably going to be in the Tidewater area and Norfolk area. and along the Virginia, South Carolina, or Virginia, North Carolina border. Uh, the same general area that the previous outbreak of tornadoes occurred. But as of this morning, I still think that if we get a severe thunderstorm, it's probably going to be between 11 a.m. tomorrow and 3 p.m. And I still expect that this is going to change over the next several hours. But I thought I'd give you a heads up on that, that the area that you need to stay weather aware, certainly for tomorrow, is between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. And I'm going to continue to monitor this. If I see any major changes as we get closer to the event, then some of these other high resolution models, the HRRR, some of the other ones, will begin to cover the time period that we're talking about. And so if there's anything further, change in this analysis, I'll tweet it out and keep you updated. And certainly tomorrow morning, I'll be doing my normal blow-by-blow tweets as far as the incoming storms. So certainly you will, have accurate information as we get closer to the event. If you have any questions about this storm, just give me a tweet at PatPend, that's PATPEND, and I'll try and answer them. Thanks a lot.